Well, good morning. Just say happy Tuesday because it doesn't really matter what time it is. It could be a morning, it could be afternoon. I am coming live. Hey, look what I just did. I'm coming live today to talk about what it says on my wonderful post, which is self-awareness. Something I've been playing with for many, many years, and I've questioned it quite a bit. But being self-aware to me is about becoming aware of the self, which is who I am, why I came here, and who I want to be, So, yes, yesterday I did a post on just having courage, and it really helped. And that's part of my self-awareness. But if you can see the post, it states self-awareness, which deals with intensity, passionate, playful. Passionate and playful. And what I've learned, what I've really seen is they can intermingle, but it doesn't make it fun. So today, as I always say, I'm not really sure what I'm ever going to talk about. It just comes to me, and I thought I was just going to talk about the intensity, the passionate, and the playfulness, but it all revolves around self-awareness. And the funniest part is that I've always wanted to be a person who could be aware of who we are. I've been so curious over all my years. I've been very curious, and I've hung out with a lot of energies or people that don't like it. And I say energies because, funny enough, the animals do the same thing when they're in an environment that doesn't like change. So I really have come to realize, and will continue to do it, is that self-awareness is the same thing as self-actualization, self-empowerment, because I'm empowering myself. So the question I would ask myself is, what is self? And that's the beauty. Self is all about energy. Self is about the connection outside of what we really stand for, what I stand for. It's the energies that allow me to be, what do I want to say? Be alive, be here, be the human, and to be able to do the things I do. I joke around about, most of us become puppets on, that have our strings. So I guess it'd be marionettes. Those things. Puppets being controlled. And every time I find something new about myself, like, wow. Sometimes it's like, wow, do I really do that? Or, wow, is that really the truth? Is that really how life is? Or, wow, am I allowed to do that? Every time that comes to my mind, or my life and to my front, I get to cut one of those strings that have been dictating to me, controlling me, telling me that anything less than who I am. I don't even need to name it, because then that brings it into me. And I have seen and watched myself. I was trying to figure out why I was so intense over the years. And I still am. And I know that. And it hit me. It's because I want to prove to myself and to others that I'm worthy. And that just made me laugh. So I have confused the concept of intensity and passionate as being one. And I've seen a lot of people speak, and I've seen a lot of leaders get so intense, and I feel that excitement, and I feel that, and sometimes it's motivating, and sometimes it's really draining once they stop. And I realize that's an intensity that I'm not really used to. It doesn't really, it doesn't serve me. I might get one or two nuggets out of it. And so I thought, you know what? To myself, I don't want to be that intense anymore. I want to be passionate. And by being passionate, it allows me, good morning, it allows me to find the playfulness inside of me. Because when I become passionate, I realize that's coming from the heart. Because when I think of passion, I think of the heart. And it is really, truly, to me, passion is all about love and excitement and fun. And something I know that I used to get in trouble with, hey, do you like that? They're coming to get me. The thing that I remember in school, and part of my adult life, of course, is, but in school, we're supposed to be quiet. And that's not something that I've ever been in my lifetime. God bless me. I did shut down, but I was not ever quiet. And what I really saw was the love that I had for life was that I wanted to be playful. I did not believe. See, they're coming after me. You hear them? I didn't want to be confined to having to learn under the dictatorship of do it my way or the highway. So people used to call me a rebel. I actually got suspended once for telling a teacher not to spit on me because he was really mad at me. And that was considered a rebel. And I thought that was pretty amazing. But as far as being self-aware, I grew into self-awareness probably, I swear they're coming. I grew into self-awareness when somebody just gave me a book and said, you know what, you need to like yourself before anybody can ever like you. So I said, okay, so I started reading. And that was when I couldn't really read. But as of today, for me, I see the difference between passionate and intensity. And I am such a passionate person that the people who don't want to be passionate, I've been trying to prove to them or pull them in to get them to do it. But that's not being coachable. That's not being coach. That's not being a coach. That's not being a leader. That's somebody who's trying to convince somebody that they're awesome, that they're fabulous. How can you I can't convince anybody that they're fabulous. So what I really do, they're getting close. I chased them away. All right. What I've decided to do, just in my heart, especially after last night and feeling this, because I've been going through so much self-awareness, is that I want to kind of chill and make it fun. Somebody described to me, it's about just going up and just like a waitress walks around and offers coffee to people, and if they don't want it, you're not taking it personal, but at the same time, it is, when you come around again, they might want it, they might not want it, but it's not a personal thing. And that's where my intensity came in. It's like, why am I around people who don't want to live a life to get to know who they are? Who don't want to be around the beauty of what life is, who don't want to grasp onto the love that sits around. I mean, you see this. I know there were sirens, but you see this. I know it's got smog to it, but how can I not love this life? And so today, my whole thing is about self-awareness, which really is self-actualization. It's becoming actualized. It's becoming aware of myself. It's becoming aware of the grandness of life. It's becoming and continuous. It's never, ever going to end. So what I'm doing is I'm inviting the greatness of life to come into my life and the love of living and playing. How come when we're kids, we're told to go out and play? And when we're adults, we're told to go inside and become mature and become responsible? Because I don't know about you, anybody who watches this, but if you really pay attention to this, if you really pay attention to life, when you go on, when we were on a playground, there was a lot of responsibility we had. And we had to learn how to relate to people and how to be around it. So when parents tell us that though they're just playing, they're not responsible, that's a lie. They're not being, they don't know. It's not. No, the thing is, there's games. Every single aspect of what our life is a game. And the game that I've been playing is let me prove to everybody, it's a proving game, let me prove to everybody that I'm worthy. Obviously, I needed to find out that I am worthy within myself. So I have. And I just really feel very safe in knowing today that my word for today and my phrase for today is self-awareness. Because I love myself. I love who I am, and I love what I stand for. And I invite anybody who wants to get a glimpse of this. Again, talk to me. Let me know. People who are in my life know that it is that. But the intensity I figured out today was me trying to pull and convince people that they're special and that if they just follow, they can come and do that. And I know that doesn't work because I want to feel special. And if I'm pulling somebody or I'm convincing somebody, then I don't feel special. It's called raising the vibes, raising the awareness, lowering the awareness, raising the awareness. And I always look up to the trees and I say, thank you, trees. So I'm not sure if any of this made sense. I really appreciate Jamie for being on with me. And also anybody who watches this, but it's truly, truly the universe. I plug in, like let's just plug into the, just do this, plug into what we really are, who we really are. And I so appreciate the fact that I am as sensitive as I am. And I don't have to be intense about my sensitivity. I can be calm. I can be kind, because I am kind. But I also am going to allow things to flow into what they are. So that's my talk for today. It's my share for today. It's not really a talk. I appreciate anybody who watches this. Truly, truly do. And I appreciate friendships and I appreciate connections. So again, let me know. I'm here. I'll continue to do this. I got a 30-day little project I'm doing for myself, trusting and believing, and me coming out into the awareness of what life is. So thank you, universe. Thank you, Jamie, for hanging in. And thank you, anybody else who listens. I appreciate you. I love you. And have an absolutely fabulous day today, no matter when you're watching this. Bye.